Marriage has always been deeper than romance, deeper than weddings, deeper than rings, deeper than social media photos where everyone looks happy for a few seconds. According to the Bible, marriage was meant to reflect something holy, something sacred. Because from the very beginning, God never designed marriage to be built on power or pride, but on love, real love. The kind that protects, the kind that sacrifices, the kind that stays gentle even when life becomes difficult. And maybe that's why Scripture speaks so carefully to husbands about the way they should treat their wives. Not because women are less important, but because love carries responsibility. Ephesians 5:25 says, "Husbands, love your wives just as Christ loved the church and gave himself up for her." That's one of the most strongest pictures of love in the entire Bible, because Christ's love was patient, compassionate, selflessness. Jesus washed feet. He confronted the broken. He defended the hurting. He spoke with gentleness to people the world treated harshly. And Scripture says, that is how a husband should love his wife, not with ego, not with coldness, but with care. The Bible doesn't describe marriage as a competition. It describes two people becoming one, walking through life together, protecting one another's hearts. That's why Galatians 3:19 says, "Husbands, love your wives and do not be harsh with them." Harshness can damage a home faster than people realize. God calls husbands towards gentleness, towards patience, towards understanding. Because words matter, tone matters. The atmosphere inside a home matters. And throughout Scripture, love is never shown as weakness. In fact, biblical love requires strength. The strength to remain patient during stressful seasons. The strength to listen. The strength to apologize. The strength to choose kindness when frustration feels easy. 1 Peter 3:7 says, "Husbands, in the same way, live with your wives in an understanding way, showing honor." Honor. That word carries weight. To honor someone means you value them deeply. You protect their dignity. You care about their feelings. You treat them as precious instead of ordinary. And maybe that's one of the most beautiful things about biblical marriage. A wife was never meant to feel unloved, unwanted, or emotionally alone. She was meant to feel safe. Safe to laugh, safe to cry, safe to be vulnerable, safe to grow beside the person she trusts the most. Because the love God describes is not shallow affection, it is intentional. Even Proverbs speaks beautifully about marriage. Proverbs 5:18 says, "Rejoice in the wife of your youth." Not tolerate, not merely coexist, rejoice. Meaning, a husband should never stop appreciating the woman beside him, never stop valuing her presence, never stop choosing her. And maybe in today's world, the kind of love feels rare sometimes. A world filled with distractions, stress, constant noise. But the Bible continuously brings love back to something simple: gentleness, faithfulness, sacrifice, and honor. Even 1 Corinthians 13 reminds us, love is patient, love is kind, not cruel, not prideful, not easily angered, patient, kind. And maybe that's because God understands something humanity often forgets. The way we treat people closest to us matters deeply, and I can probably take that advice for myself as well, especially inside the walls of a home, because a loving husband can create peace inside a family. He can become a source of comfort during hard seasons, a steady presence, a protector emotionally and spiritually. Not perfect, but loving, because perfection was never the goal. Love was real, biblical love, the kind that reflects Christ. And maybe that's the heart behind all these verses. Marriage was never supposed to be about control. It was about companionship. Two imperfect people choosing each other daily with grace, patience, and care. The Bible picture of love has never been about dominance or perfection. It has always been about gentleness, sacrifice, and honor. About treating the persons beside you as someone deeply valuable. And maybe in a world where love often feels temporary, that kind of devotion is one of the rarest things left. Sleep carefully tonight, Nightly Haven. And remember, The strongest love is often the kind that chooses kindness over and over again. Night.